Let's talk. Let's talk.
Good evening, guys. It has been too long. Since Thursday? It's been way too long without you. We are hoping you had a fantastic weekend. You've had a wonderful start to the week. And welcome to Let's Talk. If this is your first time, please welcome to Tea Time. We are live on Facebook, and that is on Ebru TV Kenya. And so hi to everyone who's live on Facebook. And the hashtag is Ebru Let's Talk, so please join us in the conversation. My name is Lydia KM.
My name is Dana DeGrazia. I'm feeling very maleficent today. But we're going to welcome... I think we should do it. Oh, you should do it.
Yeah. It's your girl, Ayuma Kaguli. Simply Ayuma. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
I'm back.
She is our guest co-host for this week. And we love having you. You have like a fresh new perspective. You say some things, I'm like, girl, what? I love that. I love sitting. Like even if you're at home and you're just sipping your tea and you're joining us in the conversation, please, if someone has a different opinion, just laugh it out, you know, just talk it out. That's what tea time is about.
Absolutely. And I mean, especially look at this table today. I'm feeling kind of like witchy today. We got clearly a Messiah warrior over here.
Every day is Africa Day. Okay?
Because we're just surrounding you is the thing.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by Africa.
Yeah,
you know,
we got some earrings that I'm very much owed.
But it's okay. It's all right. It's cool.
Yes, and before we get into Hot Talk, we want to give an official shout out to Monique. We miss you so much, but you are on maternity leave, and we can't miss you enough, but we can't wish you enough good wishes. We hope you're watching. We actually know she is.
We know she's watching. And everyone, also shout out to everybody who came out to the Ebru TV Roadshow. It was overwhelming. We had so much love on the road. We met so many people who we do not even know are watching. So you out there who came out, we appreciate you so much. We are just three people talking to ourselves without you guys. So thank you so much.
That is a really good, that is a good way for you to say it. Yeah, like we honestly wouldn't have a show without you.
Yeah. Definitely.
So because of this show, let's get right into some Hot Talk, ladies and gentlemen.
Come and take a seat, girl. This is what you need. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Let's start straight with the 254. Now, I don't know, anyone's traveled? I think everyone has traveled. Even if it's just to Mombasa, we've all traveled. And you know, you get the watch out for this place, watch out for that place. So as far as robbery in Nairobi, you are told the place is not to go. You know. Yeah. But there is a tourist who has found themselves in the right side of Nairobi, but going through the same things we all do. So there's a tourist who recently came to the Hilton, and her bags were stolen at the Hilton. Now you cannot imagine that, because usually you just think it's us commoners who are going through robbery and things like that. But this happened to her, and unfortunately, she did not get the remedy that she wanted. You know, it took so long for this to be processed correctly, and she even said that the manager there laughed in her face when she asked for compensation. And you can imagine if you're able to afford to stay at the Hilton, a lot of your credit cards, the possessions which you have, of course, are costly. Right. So she felt awful that they were not as keen and did not deal with this the best way possible. So what do you girls think?
I mean, from what I even saw, even her passport was stolen. Let's read the receipt first before I dive right in.
Right, okay, so quote, this is the victim. She said, I finally met the general manager. He told me there is nothing he can do for me and laughed at me when I asked for any compensation. What a terrible experience. I hope everyone avoids this hotel for their own safety.
So my issue with this is a couple things. One being, I feel like the manager is really not concerned, in fact, nonchalant about the fact that his hotel is now at risk. Because once you're known as the place, to foreigners especially, where you cannot stay here safely, you're gonna lose an incredible amount of business. And especially because, you know, Hilton hotels, it's not just one, there's hundreds of them. He's gonna have to be responsible to all of his bosses now.
So, I mean, I think it's funny that like you always expect that, like when you're a tourist, and that you're treated like king, you know, and especially tourists who are
Just say it. Just say it. Wait a minute. We have not confirmed. Did we confirm she's a white person?
Her name is Jeannie.
Okay, this woman is a white woman.
Exactly. So
like, by a lady.
So like, you know, like at least like they have, you know, they made their competence all like on the same level. Whether you're black, you're white, you're all just not gonna get your stuff.
Right? We don't care your color. We don't care about your stuff.
Exactly, because usually like it's the opposite. Like if you're a tourist and like, you know, you're like white or something else that's not black, then you know, they'll work really hard to make sure that you're happy and that you're okay and everything. And us, the rest of us just have to like, you know, deal with what we can get.
And this is here in Kenya.
And this is in Kenya. So I'm just glad like they've leveled the playing field. We can all just have trashy customer service, and it's okay.
So whether you are black, white, blue or green, everyone gets robbery. All of us. No, but like on a serious note though, it's no joke losing those kind of things when you're away. It's absolutely no joke. So the way they are handling it, one, doesn't give us Kenyans a bad name, because whether or not it's Hilton, wherever it's a Hilton Nairobi that this happened, you know, like when something like this happens, we cannot at least try, at least attempt to deal with it in a way which gives our country a good name. Tourism is one of the biggest sources of revenue for Kenya. You know, so when things like this happen, you don't see how ugly it gets, but at the end of the day, nobody wins. You know, and whether or not it's black or white, we should all be dealt with respect and kindness. But we are so sorry, young lady.
Here, moral of the story. I was expecting you to go, sorry, white girl, your stuff got stolen.
Welcome to Kenya.
But maybe that.
Welcome to Kenya. Like this one robbery, like you're now introduced, you know, like now when the next time it happens, like you wouldn't even be phased or anything. It'll just be
one thing that I told before we go on to this next story is, if you're living in Kenya, if you haven't been robbed, you're not a Kenyan.
You're not.
You know, you haven't. If you haven't been on a matatu, you're not a Kenyan. If you haven't been robbed, you're not a Kenyan.
I refuse.
I'm sorry.
To attach
Kenyans
myself
have told
to
me
that
that.
awful mentality
It's the
of
truth,
this beautiful
though.
country.
Have you not been robbed?
Nope.
Lies.
Never been
You've
robbed.
never been robbed.
Never been
What
robbed.
happened just this weekend?
No, my phone fell.
Oh.
You know someone picked up that crushed phone.
Exactly.
No, we did.
You
she's
picked
lying.
it up. I was on a bike today, passing a bag of avocados that had fallen in the middle of Thika Highway. You know what people did? Ran out and got themselves some avocados.
Yep.
Because, when the opportunity is there. But I digress. Speaking of things that people should use to their advantage, something that I feel very strongly about is vaccinating your children. People in the U.S. feel very separated from people getting communicable diseases that have been since eradicated. And yet we're seeing a rise in things like polio, which has come here, even smallpox, measles. So here, there's been an uptick in polio viruses. And so Kenya's response to that is sending out like countrywide vaccinations. But there are two certain sects of, I don't know if you call them like religious sects in Kajiado who are refusing the polio vaccinations because they're saying that it's against their religion for modern medicine. Now, it's been in the past where police have forcibly given children vaccinations, which I'm sorry, even if I live in a democratic republic, anything, I'm 100% behind. You need to vaccinate your kids because it's about herd health. And so when I hear these stories of people refusing on a basis that, although I want to feel is legitimate, it's not as legitimate as preventing, you know, massive death. I can't get behind these people.
So let me read the receipts. So the officers from Kajiado who accompanied the health officials while going door to door educating parents the need of having their children vaccinated, but the three refused, citing religious beliefs that's against modern medicine. So John Joroge, Kevin Kiarie and Lian Jerry were detained at Kajiado police station and are expected to be arraigned in court to face charges of subjecting children to dangerous cultural practices. Chiefs in the county have been urged by local leaders to ensure that the children are immunized and the community sensitized on the need of the vaccination. There's a lot of choices which I feel are parents' choices, and I'm not a parent, number one. And even when I become a parent, I will be very attached to the idea that what I do with my child, there's no manual for children. Like there's no manual for being a parent, so you just communicate it that way. However, there is a huge line which I think is drawn at anything that brings harm to the child. The child doesn't actually belong to you. They're an individual of the state. They're a human being in themselves. That's why if you kill your child, you go to jail. You know, so it's good to attach the different. There's a separation between you and your child. So if it's something that's harmful and the state can intervene to make sure that your child is not exposed to any harm because of your beliefs, I'm in complete agreement. Jehovah's Witnesses. Another group who, for many years, children used to just die because they don't believe in blood transfusion. So they used to impose that on their children. And that had to stop because the child has not even yet decided where they want to, which route they want to take, and so they can't suffer because of your beliefs. There's a line for me. I think.
Absolutely. And I think it's also like when you look at the area that they're at, I think it's also a lack of knowledge and like a bit of ignorance also, you know, because like a lot of these people probably didn't go to school or finish like, you know, high school, university, all that stuff. So like they don't have that understanding of like, you know, like the medicine is actually here to help us and everything. So I think for this specific group, it's more of like, you know, lack of knowledge on like, you know, the medicine and everything. But there are some people who are actually against vaccinations and like, you know, in general, and how like, you know, it leads to like autism and other different types of disease.
A lot of advocates.
Exactly. So like it's kind of like it's a touchy subject because like there's people who haven't vaccinated their children and like they say their children are fine, and then there's ones who have been vaccinated and say like things have come from that. So like I feel as if you just have to do your research and at the end of the day make sure that everybody is safe.
Especially for the parents out there who are in that in-between, because even me as a parent, I don't know which route I'm going to go because I just hear so much conflicting opinions as far as vaccines or no vaccines. But whichever way you lie, it's really good to be as objective and as informed as possible because the consequences of your decision will affect your child. And sometimes the consequences will not be as you intended, but you have to take responsibility. For example, if you forego the polio vaccine and your child does develop, that's a horrible disease to have.
It's a horrible feeling.
And because it's preventable, it's like, I don't know, will you be able to handle that? So just take care and be informed. Reach out for information, and there are so many people right now who are willing to give information. We're in the age of the internet, so just stay informed.
It's all there.
So you guys, on a bit of a lighter note, I didn't know if you guys know that, like, did you know, like, if you have a child, you have the right to ask your husband for 100,000 shillings to breastfeed your children?
Woo!
Did y'all know? And like you're going to the bank, yo, straight to the bank. So like there's a woman in Thika who left her child with in her husband's home and left the home, and now she said in order for her to come back and breastfeed her child, she wants 100,000 shillings as payment for breastfeeding her child.
I'm so happy Monique isn't here.
I know. It's crazy because like she basically left her home, left the child over there, and said she wasn't gonna come back until she got 100,000 shillings. And like it would make sense if like her man actually made that type of money, but her husband is a construction worker, so it's like I highly doubt that even if he could, he can't. Like, but as in also, there's receipts though, so I think we can read that and find out more in the story.
So according to her husband, Charles Kirei, I think, 36, who is a casual laborer in several construction sites. He was called by a neighbor telling him that his wife had taken off and left their 4-month-old infant in the house. He rushed home and found the baby under the care of neighbors and was informed that the baby had been abandoned immediately. Immediately he left for work, for his place of work, sorry. Helpless and worried, he bought a packet of milk and with the help of estate women fed the baby and continued to make frantic calls to his wife. So, quote, when my wife finally took my calls, she informed me that she was okay but was abandoning me and my child and was not coming back to me unless I gave her 100,000 shillings. I pleaded with her to come and breastfeed the baby, and that's when she revealed that her mother had actually taken her to a local hospital and had her injected with a drug to dry out the milk, he said. Kirei, I think that's how you pronounce that, explained that he reported the matter to the children's offices and was referred to Moranga Children's Offices, where he intended to take the infant for temporary care as his aged mother's home. He said that he did not have any previous quarrels with his wife, but had constantly crossed with his mother-in-law, who had been making frequent financial demands. I have no idea what's lighter about this because I'm absolutely mortified.
He's lying. He's lying. Like he's saying they've never had any troubles at all,
and
it's only because of this baby. Like I'm saying, like I'm sure that wife was going through it at that house, and she's like, you know what, I'm done, I'm tired. Like a woman has to go through a lot to actually leave her child and
like
just bounce
a
and
man
be gone.
doesn't want to necessarily admit that he's having issues in his marriage, so he would rather blame the evil mother-in-law. But also, it's not a good story.
You don't care?
It's not a good story.
What is happening? First of all, he left for work. So if it was an opportunity to leave, you would have left with your child. Simple and short.
Very true.
End of conversation, because this has nothing to do with your husband, the way you treat your children. And that's a big problem. Because the relationship between me and my man is affecting my children in this kind of drastic way. That's a problem on my end. You know? And if you had the opportunity to leave and you wanted to leave your man, take your baby, care for your baby. Now you've injected yourself with a drug which dries out your breast milk. What happens to your child? And your man's not giving you 100K, and tomorrow he can drop you and just hop on to the next, but you and your child are suffering. What's the point? You know, you gotta think a bit bigger if you're trying to punish someone who you're with. But punishing your child in the process, baby, that doesn't win for anybody. And I think it's we need to stop being so shallow as far as the way relationships work, that we let them affect so many other things. There's situations where there's violence. You know, even us, we know people who have been in horrible marriages, but made sure that when they were exiting, they took their children, because the suffering that comes thereafter, it's horrible. This is, to me, all I see is just like financial greed and nothing else. Because if you wanted to leave, you'd have left.
My issue is like, if we take this like at face value, and it truly
absolutely,
is,
because we weren't there.
If we take it at face value for what it truly is, not only can I confirm or deny the existence of drugs that can dry out breast milk, I simply don't know. But for me, it's if there truly were no issues in the marriage and it's the mother-in-law who's constantly asking for money, then it's like, honey, I'm sorry, but you need to decide which you value more, your mother or your child. Because at this point, at this point, it's like not even who you're married to, because in all honesty, I don't think I would want the woman to come back if she's demanding money, even to breastfeed my child. Because at that point, then you have a woman who's willing to leave so easily, who's essentially, you know, who's got you in a chokehold. Not breastfeeding your child can be detrimental to your health. Don't get me wrong. I am encouraging women to breastfeed, but also there are plenty of women who haven't produced milk in their pregnancies, who maybe physically were incapable of doing it, and so therefore they had to go by other means. It's not impossible to raise a child without breastfeeding.
That's
but
true.
what is impossible, or was, in my opinion, more damaging, is showing your child that your mom is willing to leave at the drop of a hat.
And I think like it was just an excuse for her to leave, to be honest, because like she already knows her husband and his situation. She knows that he's a casual laborer, first of all. He doesn't have work all the time, and he's a construction worker. He doesn't have 100,000 shillings, so she made sure she said that number, knowing that he's never gonna get it. There's
she could have said $1 billion.
Exactly. So like she wanted an out, and this was like the best idea that she could give. And unfortunately, the child is one that's just gonna suffer.
There's a massive amount of ignorance in this entire story. So there's not much to say. My mom is an incredible mother. Mom, I love you so much. So like I just feel, even me, I think I've put that on myself. To the kind of level of mother I want to be is like up there. So when I see people dealing with their children as if they're just like this cup, it really does annoy me. But you know what, mothers, we all try. For those who are trying, even when you make a mistake, it happens. But for those who aren't, please do better for your children. Anyway, let's take a short break, and when we come back, one of your favorite comedians will be here. See you in soon.
Hint, hint, hint.
Come and take a seat, girl. This is what you need. Let's talk.
Let's talk. Let's talk.
With that, we are so glad you are watching. And for Facebook, we are live on Facebook, and the hashtag is Ebru Let's Talk. Now, we have a special guest today. Now, everyone has their usual funny guy, but how do you translate comedy into big money maker and be successful at it? Well, we're about to find out with Owago Onyiro.
60.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Thank you so much for coming. You're the
I'm
only
just
guy.
hurrying up to finish this one so I get my second tea.
So you can get your second tea.
Yes.
We should have just kept the kettle here.
I want the whole
Yeah.
thermos here.
Thank you so much for coming. Please take us back from where it started to you being on the seat. I'm sure it's been a long and interesting journey.
Where I started?
Yeah.
From way back where I was when I was born. Or what do you mean?
No, your career.
Your career
My
journey.
career. I'm a Luo, so I have many careers.
Many titles.
So when you introduce a Luo, please reintroduce me, because when,
With
you
the title, by the
when you're
way,
introducing a Luo,
mistake.
you must put something called prefix. A prefix is a title that comes before the name.
Which title would you like?
Doctor, engineer,
I was about to say, I'm
lecturer.
like, it's doctor, it's esquire, it's...
Choir, no. Choir, no.
No, esquire. I'm a sir.
Yes,
So which
Nice.
title do you want? Huh?
Look for something nice.
Doctor,
Eh?
professor, entertainer, comedian extraordinaire, Owago Onyiro.
You feel better now.
Yes,
That was better.
yes. Now I'm okay. Now I'm okay.
Itieni.
Ichieni.
Itieni.
Oh, man.
Hey.
Please explain that for the Mzungu at the table.
Eti mzungu. So you don't understand Swahili?
Naongea lakini kidogo tu.
Wewe unajua.
Manze,
Uni
I speak only enough to make you think
shiko
I
katika
know.
road hapa anakuchajia. So Owago Onyiro, let us differentiate first. Owago Onyiro is a brand.
Yeah.
Byron Otieno is the guy next to you. But that one on the TV is Owago Onyiro. But next to is Byron Otieno. So Owago Onyiro works for Byron Otieno. When Owago Onyiro makes money, Byron Otieno eats.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the difference.
Yeah.
So Owago Onyiro is just looking for money.
The brand, yes.
The
That's
brand,
how
looking for money. But the real human being is Byron Otieno.
And how do they meet?
They meet because they share one body.
How did they meet?
Oh, how did they meet?
Yeah.
Way back in primary, you know, you see, comedy is an inborn thing. There's no any school or any college
can't teach funny.
Yeah, you can't be taught
Yeah.
to be funny.
Yeah.
It's either you're fun
Or you're
or
not
you're not
funny.
funny. Yes. So it started way back. Immediately Owago Onyiro was born. Immediately Byron was born. So it took them time just to discover the name to be given to Byron Otieno,
Yes.
which came Owago Onyiro, way back in primary school.
Yeah.
I was a fan of drama festival, music festival, so I participated a lot.
Yeah.
And that from way primary back, from class 6, that's where I was given the nickname Owago Onyiro. Because of folk song. You know folk song? Yes, folk song, there's one of the guys who move just a bit in front, they say funny words with his funny names,
Yeah.
then comes back, then the song starts.
Yeah.
So that's where Owago Onyiro was born.
Yeah. How did the world or Kenya television
Oh, the world.
to get to us knowing Owago Onyiro?
Owago Onyiro came to Nairobi like a mere hustler.
Yes.
Yes, a mere hustler. I'm a hustler but with ambition. Yes. We've hustled in this Nairobi, my friend.
Yeah.
We've
all have
hustled.
Nairobi is full of hustlers.
You've just hustled. We have hustled. You've just hustled. We have hustled.
Biden.
Do you know this petrol station along Mombasa Road next to Mlolongo called Soham?
No.
You know that?
So I
Yes.
feel like I've passed it, but not stopped
Yeah.
there.
I was among them Mjengo guys who made.
Hustled bastard.
We
Yeah.
have hustled
Yeah.
in this Nairobi.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but you see now, when you're telling your story, like right now, they just say, because you've made a name, you just want to do maybe cheaters or but it's okay. You either take it or we don't care. We won't care.
Yeah.
So I used to go for Churchill show auditions.
Yeah.
Okay.
when it used to be called Churchill Live, way back in 2011, 2012. You see, in Churchill Show or Churchill Live, there are people, content providers. So you go and they tell you, okay, well, now what do you have? Please present it in front of us. You try to make maybe funny jokes. You know, you take your best. We were chased a couple of times, more than 15 times.
Wow.
But these are the same people who are just trying to see if you're that person who, when they tell you to go and come back or just chase you, they're just trying to see if you're that guy who will go forever or will just come back. So you just come back, even if they tell you to go or they chase you, just continue coming back. You just come back until they get tired. Hey, even if we tell this guy to go, he doesn't disappear. So let us give him that.
You keep knocking.
Yes, please. Oh, this time, okay, we've taken you. Or, in fact, Churchill Live went on a break. I tried 10 times. It went on a break for about 1 year. It came back as Churchill Show. From episode 1 to episode 10, I tried going for auditions and I didn't make it. But they gave me a chance on episode 11.
Nice,
That is on 2013. 2013, February, March, around February, March. And I just said, God, when this camera rolls, let's do it together.
Let's do it, let's go.
Now I want to know, like, how was it, like, now, like, you know, that first show, like, you've been trying for so long and everything, and now you've finally gotten the opportunity, months later, years later. How was it, that first show?
The first show...
Hard.
I tell you, you're in front of like more than 700 people. They don't know who you are. And you want to prove to them that you're somebody. I remember trembling. But you see, God was with me. And my first show, you see, when you perform on Churchill Show, it's either you come on TV, they put it on TV, or not. If your performance is well and it's okay, they will air it. But if it's not okay, they won't air it.
Cut.
But my first show, I did my first show, it was good, and it was aired. From there, sikubembeleza punda kwa mteremko.
After that first time.
Yes.
So you've been on, you faced the cameras. So since then, what else have you done? Because you've been involved. I mean, I feel like I see your face everywhere.
Oh, since then, you know, Onyiro was not made only with one show.
Of course.
So after that one show, I kept on working harder and thanking God, working harder and thanking God. You see. So from that, you see, the brand Onyiro was made.
There's Kaka Empire, there's...
I'm the only Kenyan comedian who has been signed.
By the way.
Under Kaka Empire. The only yes. I'm sure they saw something in me.
How was that, like, being signed to them?
It's good.
As a comedian now, what do you do when you're signed to a music label?
By the way.
I'm more advantageous to more than the musicians because I'm there as an MC. So when Avril goes for her show,
you are there.
Timmy goes for his show,
you are there.
MCing. Femi One goes for her show, I'm MCing. So me, I'm good. Yes, me, I'm good. Me, I'm good. I can't sleep hungry. Money is there. Yes. When I was signed under Kaka Empire in 2014, that's when I went for my US tour.
Now where'd you go?
I went to 8 states
in
the US. I did my tour, stayed for 6 months, then came back. It was successful.
That's huge.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really big.
Yes, thank you. So the brand of Onyiro was made through, you see, Churchill introduced Kenyan comedy as a family comedy. You see? And as Owago, I want Kenyan comedy to go a notch higher. You see, if you want to make it international, the likes of Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, Basket Mouth just here, Salvador just here at in Uganda, yes. They don't just do family. As a comedian, you should be left to talk whatever.
Creative freedom.
Yes, because when you are forced to some comedy, you will lose a lot of content. So what made Onyiro was a condom joke. You remember? Do you know my condom joke?
Please.
No, I don't. Can you tell us?
Is it clean enough? I don't know. Can you tell us? Is it clean enough for TV? I mean,
No, it's
clean.
clean.
Okay, tell us. Yeah.
Just
Bring people back.
Just saying, as men, the hardest thing for a man to buy in a shop is going to a shop to buy a condom. That's the hardest thing.
Why?
Why?
Do you know why?
Tell us.
Just imagine you are there shopping and you already ordered for your CD.
Yeah.
And your pastor, your pastor or
Walks
your
by.
also come. Then you just
Look away. Trying to hide your
But you see the shopkeeper must talk to the person who ordered for.
And they're so loud. When they say
And they're so loud. But the worst place to buy a condom is in a supermarket.
It's too big.
family,
Do you know why?
children.
No, not even about family.
Why?
Because you see, you only entered in the supermarket to buy a CD alone. People have their, how do we call
The trolleys.
the trolleys? Yes,
pusher,
they put sugar, they put what you with your.
Your small
And
rubber.
you're just, you also in lining.
Yeah.
When it reaches your time, or when the line reduces, you also approaches the teller.
Yeah.
When it reaches your time, you put then you just
Hide again.
hide as if it is not yours.
Yeah.
The worst thing, the machine refuses to work. The TTT refuses to work. So you gotta talk to the guy.
More shouting.
Code! Which code?
Yeah, I can see how that embarrassing.
That's the worst thing to happen to a man.
I think there needs to be a separate shop that opens.
So in comedy, I always say you should be left to talk anything. Talk anything. But me, I thank Churchill for bringing stand-up comedy in Kenya because he's the father of comedy, stand-up comedy.
Yeah, very true.
So, and his platform is big.
Yeah.
He's made a lot of comedians. Yes. And many people ask, Owago, why are you not on Churchill show nowadays? Oh, why is Chipukizi not on Churchill show? Why is Rikomondi not on Churchill show? I just want to ask such people. You went to Form 1. Are you still in Form 1?
Have you not grown?
You must go to Form 2, Form 3, Form 4.
Yeah.
You go to university, either college.
And you give other people opportunity to come up.
Yes, that's why we did have more comedians.
In fact,
like when we had Eric Omondi and Churchill, the only two.
Yeah, true.
Because when you don't give that space, when new generation come to maybe for audition, they see side people like Eric Omondi.
It's true.
Maybe even discouraged.
Get scared. But when they find that space, they must produce someone who is fun from that group.
And that platform has given you so much room to bring in other revenue. And we know right now you're working with a very renowned liquor brand. Tell us about that.
Mr. Brand Ambassador.
Brand Ambassador.
But do I say, on the 11th, that means this coming Saturday, we're gonna experience extraordinary football. For the EPL lovers, English Premier League for football. You love football?
No, not in the slightest.
I didn't even know what EPL stood for.
But you know, as an American,
you don't love
football's
football?
not my thing.
No, I love football.
Upendi ball?
Football is that
Hata
side of
hujai
the
kuwa na
table.
ball?
You know what? Let's continue. Let's continue.
Look at this side of the table for football.
So we're gonna we're gonna go to Nakuru this Saturday to experience extraordinary football.
Nax Vegas.
We have a fan zone. Yes, this coming Sunday, Nax Vegas.
Nax Vegas.
So to the EPL lovers, football lovers, that's on the 11th is when the EPL is back.
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch a lot of games, but in style. We have a lot. We have lots of entertainment.
Yeah.
We have Juakali, we have King Kaka, we have Femi One, we have Fena, we have MCs, we have Onyiro, we have Ogaobina. So it's watching football plus entertainment.
Nice.
Yes.
At least that one I can watch. As in, if it was just football only, I was getting scared. But now that you've told us it's also going to be events and everything, music, entertainment.
Nitakuletea mpira, utapenda ball soccer. Yes.
When is, for those who can't go to Nakuru, that's the Bay Away, is there, when's the next event near in Nairobi? Do you know?
Yes, we'll communicate because we've done like three of the it's called extraordinary football. Come, it's in fact the tagline is come, experience extraordinary football. We've done Meru, we've done Meru, we've done Nairobi, we've done Kisumu, and now we're going to Nakuru.
Fantastic.
Yes, yes.
That's so good. And how can people get in touch as far as how to be involved in the event, where they can get their tickets? Please let people know.
No cash tickets. You just go and buy your 6-pack.
Oh, really? That's
When you have 6-pack,
It's open to everyone.
Open to everyone.
when you
get
buy
a
your
6-pack.
6-pack, you're entitled to.
That's going to be bumper for
There you
bumper.
have
Yes.
it.
But you know what? I think now it's time for a game. Are you ready to play a game?
Always ready.
Always ready.
Yeah, I'll
Stays
only sleep when
ready.
I die.
So right now we're going to act out what you're going to be given a card, and there's something written on the card, and you're supposed to act it out as if you're on the phone. So if you can see right there, there's a chair and there's a phone and everything, and you know you're going to act it out. So Lydia,
I go first.
Yes, we're going to start from this side.
Because you never go anyway.
All right, ladies first.
Ladies first.
Are you ready?
Also, shout out to my cousin Mo for this extraordinary
Lydia?
outfit.
You just went without your card, but it's
But
okay.
thank you. Why has it got to be this?
Act it out well.
You'll be fantastic. We have faith. Look at him.
So your best friend is sleeping with your babe, and you know it. Then she calls you to tell you that he's cheating on you with his ex, so that you can break up, and she takes him. Woo, honey, let's go. Okay.
Keep it PG.
Hello. Oh, hey, how are you? Oh, is he now? Oh, his ex. Oh, okay. Well, that's so funny to me because I have some information which contradicts that. Yeah. So you are the one who's sleeping with my man. Na orajira tu negeza demotige omwe. Let me tell you, honey, that is not going to happen. Wangu ni wangu, and he's not yours. Now you don't know. I read to a kiabu. We hold our men, and if I should die, I would die. Okay. So this is what's gonna happen. I'll stay with my man. You are no longer my friend, and you are no longer in my inbox. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Hey. I feel as if like that came from like experience.
You have side chicks shaking in their boots.
Experience.
It's Ayuma now.
Ayuma.
Ooh,
No,
it's you.
I'm the one who
Producers,
All right,
what us?
you go.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, this will be mid.
Okay. Owago.
Yes.
Hey, but Luos don't use such a phone. I have an iPhone.
iPhone, eh?
Yes, I have an iPhone.
your
Yes.
iPhone. Tell them.
You can't use this. No, we can't use this.
All right, read it.
Yeah. Whose handwriting is this?
Do you need help?
Mrs. Oluoch.
Should I read it?
Mrs. Angawa?
What when you?
You are invited for a TV interview. You are not aware. Okay? You are invited for a TV interview. You are not aware.
Okay.
Okay. Hosted by 3 females. I'm aware now. Who, unfortunately, all over.
All of them?
Were all your
not all of them.
exes.
All are your ex-girlfriends.
Okay.
Hey!
Okay.
I did know. I did know I dated
Did you
you.
do well?
I did know I dated you guys. Okay. No, you are current. Huh? Now
Your
you
current
are,
baby
now
mama.
your
Baby
current
mama.
girlfriend calls asking for direction to join you, and she's crazy and hates all your exes.
Okay.
And she knows them. Convince her not to come.
Okay.
Convince her not to come.
Yes.
Ring,
Oh,
ring, ring.
iPhone. Yes, I want the ringtone for iPhone.
No, that's
Ringtone, yeah. Okay. Hello. No. Yes, but this is their work. Shida iko wapi? Mimi sinatafuta unga, wewe ngoja hapo. No, don't come. I'm almost done.
I can't drink my tea.
Don't come. Who is the man in this relationship?
Hey, my
Who is the man in this relationship? So, you either listen to me or I don't find you.
Oh my goodness.
Tumia ile latest Range Rover uende ubai pesa kuja kwa nyumba. Okay? Baby, relax. Ni nini? They are just interviewing me. Nothing more. So you have my baby, they don't have my babies. What is wrong? Oh, eh? Baby.
You saved the relationship.
It was that simple. Range Rover. Akatulia. Go on, go.
all right.
Okay, quickly.
Okay,
See
so
what you got.
your fiance is calling to tell you that he is leaving you for another girl. Oh my gosh, how dare he? Okay. Hey, babe. No, I'm good.
Hair flip.
What? Get out of here. Yeah. No, you're joking, right? For who? Who can be better than me? What do you mean?
Oh my God.
Please, you know nobody else is going to deal with all your mess. I'll see you when you get home because I know you're still going to be there.
Tell him.
There's nobody else. Yeah, I know. There's no one else. See you when you get home, babe. Love you.
I like how Ayuma ended the scenario the way she wanted.
Because we're crazy and we don't take no for an answer.
Oh my God, I go really fast. It can't be a fiance leaving me. You buy all your medicine from a chemist, including contraception and rubbers on Monday. So now she's calling to tell you the 3 packets of rubbers you bought were recalled in the batch.
Wow.
And you and hubby are not ready for a baby in the next 2 years. And you already use them.
Ring, ring, ring.
I wonder where. Hello? Hi, madam. How are you? What? What's happened? I can't bring them back. They've been used. What's wrong with them? They break. Yeah, you're calling about 20 minutes too late. Can you reimburse me? I don't know what to tell you. I think, I don't know if you'll be seeing me again. I think maybe I'll find another chemist. At least thank you for calling. I think, I have to go to a different doctor now. Please excuse me. Bye-bye.
Oh my God, I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. I asked him to make us laugh earlier and he was like, no, he's just here to talk. And
then what happened?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Please, where can people get you on Facebook, Twitter, what?
Instagram.
Where can they find Owago?
Owago.
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 Owago. That is
Yes.
the guy. Thank you so much for coming. And everyone, you want to go to the event? Please buy your 6-pack. Show up in Nakuru and have yourself a good time. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone who has been on Facebook Live with us. The hashtag is Ebru Let's Talk. And until tomorrow at 6, have a good evening. Bye-bye.